Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. I have my crystal ball off to the side, so I will be scrying throughout this message. If you're new to my channel, my readings are a little different, and if you're returning, welcome back. You know how we do if it doesn't resonate with you. If you're forcing the story to fit, arguing with it in any way, you just leave it behind for the people who it's meant for. So channel members, the High Priestess here, you guys are going to have your next video on Sunday, so definitely keep an eye out for that. And we're going over a 3-month glow up using Microhabits. That's the series that we're doing for the next 3 months. And if you're interested in getting involved in that, again, it's the High Priestess here, and the channel memberships are in the link in the description box below. So let's go ahead and let's begin. Taking a step aside. And allowing Spirit to pass through me. Opening up to receive information. Okay, I'm seeing like these white waves hitting a cliff, pulling that material out to someplace. Oh. And then as they're hitting this cliff, they're slowly showing this like chamber, and this chamber has like treasure. Someone here, you've been working on a lot of like emotional purification of some kind. It's like emotional purification, maybe even for some of you like a belief, certain beliefs you've been working through. But whatever it is, it's been this cliff, right? It's been like a very hard structure inside your life. So it's been something that's been very hard to chisel at. Maybe it's even been a block. And then as we're removing this block, we're peeling back layers, we're understanding something actually quite profound. Either something about us, our true nature, but it's something about us that's actually very valuable. I almost feel, however, that it's like someone's trying to guard it. Like maybe you're afraid of some sort of judgment because of this, or if I'm actually who I really am, I won't fit in, or, you know, how will I move in the world? How will I operate in society? I'm almost getting that for some of you. It's like you're discovering that what you want to do is something that you know a spouse would really not want you to do. For someone out there, that's going on right now. And I don't feel that it's because it's something that you would be doing that would like hurt them. It's like it's a difference in values, right? So for example, maybe you're somebody who really wants to get into a more magically aligned path, but you have a spouse who doesn't want to have anything to do with that. It's something like that. For some of you, you know, this might be coming out with your like I am feeling this actually very strongly for somebody. It's a gender identity, and you're really afraid of judgment from like family or friends. Some of you know, it's going to be different things for different people, but it's almost as someone has processed certain truths about themselves, certain belief states about themselves, certain emotional things. They're coming to the understanding of something that's deep inside that they've had buried and locked away. And there's this wall and this block that has been placed almost as a protective measure, or maybe it's because there was a disbelief that was instilled at some point. And this is starting to wear away, and someone is now starting to understand that in order to move forward, in order to live authentically, in order to live their best life, they have to bring these things out, okay, into the open. Interesting. Okay. Where are we going? Okay. Oh, all of a sudden symbols. So if you're new to my channel, the symbols don't mean that the reading is or isn't yours. It just means that if the symbols resonate with you, pay extra attention. These have a little different vibe to me. I don't know why I'm feeling that way about them, because the symbols are usually different from each other, but this one carries a different vibe. I don't know if me saying that is important for somebody. I'm seeing a horseshoe. The horseshoe is rusty. I'm also seeing something about a really broken in pair of roller skates. I'm seeing like white with like red or pink wheels, or at least they were white at one point. Okay, and then I'm seeing what is this? Oh, it's an L square. Someone has bought a new L square. Okay. There's something about one of those flowering teas. It's a flowering tea. The color blue might be important for that, like a blue something, I don't know. Flowering tea. What is this? It's a picture frame. Okay, picture frame is significant. It's like brown. There's a chip on the corner, and then the picture is how you identify it. Okay, the picture is like it looks like an old family photo, like really old, and there's two, three, I want to say two generations inside the photo, and it's like this really thin brown picture frame, and there's like a chip on a corner. Okay. Someone's carrying around a houseplant just as I'm like talking about this. Okay, those are the symbols. All right. Let's see. Three of Cups came out in the last reading I did. So there's something here about celebrations. This Three of Cups is almost making me feel like unity. Like aspects of ourself that are starting to unify. They're starting to come together. It's like the male and female aspects of ourself, our masculine and feminine energies, have really merged together to create something new. This may have been part of the work someone was doing, but if it's not specifically the work that you were doing, you may have, for example, been doing some sort of internal work where you're trying to show kindness to yourself while at the same time trying to exert effort into doing things. So it's like that balance of that receptive nature versus that active nature. So creation, it is even like a very creative thing where it's creatively manifesting things while allowing your life to have the space to even embody it. I don't know why, but that's really confusing to me right now in this space, so hopefully that made sense. Ten of Pentacles is my manifestation card. Hangman is my receptivity card because he's receiving information. And then the Knight of Wands is the third card. So the third thing that's being created here is almost this passionate new direction. The Knight of Wands, he is so passionate because he finally sees the thing, right? So this is why, like, a lot of tarot readers here on YouTube, they'll talk about like in and out people this way because they come in, they love bomb you, they're very passionate at first, and it's because they saw this bright new shiny thing. And that's what's happening here, is there's something here that's been eroded away in terms of a defense mechanism or a barrier or a block that we've had, and we're seeing this bright shiny new thing inside of this, and this is starting to ignite someone's passion for a new direction. Okay. These are how the masculine and feminine energies are being presented to me that someone has incorporated within themselves. On one hand, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Someone has been focusing on their stability, quite possibly their legacy. The feminine energy has been focused on really receiving new information, right? How can I go within? How can I have this sort of perception an awareness change, really working on like I almost hear it as like mastering their own consciousness, right? I feel like somebody may be thinking of it that way. And so this is what the two energies inside have been doing. One has been very active trying to work on stability. The other energy has been trying to basically gain the secrets of self. And this is allowing us to come into this energy now, a new passionate direction, maybe a way forward that we've seen inside of our life that we hadn't seen before. Three cards. There is a new beginning here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. This new beginning is very interesting here because, all Pentacles, wow. And then the bottom is the Ace of Cups. So you guys know I usually pull the bottom for the overall theme. This is a new emotional beginning. Here what we have is we have the Ace of Pentacles falling out first. So this Ace of Pentacles is really speaking about a new direction, right? You can even see that in the card. He's moving in a new direction. He's following the star. So whatever it is that we've discovered inside of ourselves, and notice that the Three of Cups is even like the imagery in the beginning when I said there's a chamber with treasure and these cups are sitting inside the small little nook. There's something that we've discovered that is starting to set off this really intense new direction. And there's almost like this hem-haw energy where we're pausing before this new direction because we're wondering, again, I had that feeling of judgment. If you're not worried about being judged, it may just be a little bit of this worry of how is this going to actually impact my life in the long run. And one of the things that seems to be causing someone some pause is this energy. It's the Five of Pentacles. Will I be left behind? What do I have to leave behind? What things are in my life now that will no longer be able to be in my life? Am I going to be able to sustain it? These are all the questions that someone is starting to ask. I do find it very interesting that there's three dogs on the bottom of this Pentacles. Some of you may be working with a crossroads deity or a crossroads spirit at this time. And indeed, this is a crossroads, right? Whatever this has caused someone to be at a crossroads and a decision needs to be made. Will you make the decision? I don't know. Not making a decision is sometimes a decision. But I see somebody going into this Six of Pentacles energy where there's a lot of conscious effort being put towards thinking about it. How do I feel about it? What plans can I establish about it? Remember, the Pentacles are really all of the elements kind of combined in their manifest form. So someone may be thinking right now about, how do I actually practically do this? How do I tell these people? Or how do I move in this new direction? How do I start this new business? How do I, bring this part of myself forward in a practical way? So you may be thinking about how to start a YouTube channel. You may be thinking about how to create some new charity organization. There's all sorts of ways that this might manifest, but it comes after someone has really realized that there's something inside of themselves that's new, or that has always been there, that wasn't able to be expressed. They're coming into a place where they're like, no, I'm going to do this. I can do this. Other people are out there doing this. I can do this too. For some of you, other people aren't doing it, and that's why you need to do it. When I see this guy, it's like he's dreaming, right? He's dreaming about these Six of Pentacles. He's dreaming about where he can invest his time, where he can invest his energy. Okay. Okay, I'm pulling over here apparently. Okay, I heard top. Okay, and then the bottom. Okay, and then those are our cards. So, these are kind of like my spirit messages coming through. Okay, so it's like one of the guidances that's being given is that if you embark on this, one of the things that's going to happen is that this can really take you places. This new direction, this new identity, whatever it is, it can actually take you places. This is why it's part of you. Because this is really like the direction that your soul's trying to go in. It's trying to soar in this way. Notice how everything is underneath them, and they're not really concerned about that. They're concerned about their direction. This is why this is being uncovered at this time. You are always going to discover this, right? This is like the directive of your consciousness on some level, is to become this thing. And so this is why this is coming out now. It's very important to understand that, right? Because a lot of times we see these things, or we ponder these questions over and over, and then we try to stuff them away. And the reason why they keep coming up, the reason why certain qualities might keep coming up, the reason why certain worries might be coming up, is because there's a part of your psyche, there's a part of your soul that's really trying to get you to analyze this question or this thing or this direction or this purpose. Now, there's an internal conflict that's taking place, or we may be worried about external conflict, right? There's just something inside the energy that's in conflict right now. Maybe it is a fear of success. Maybe it's a fear of failure. Maybe it's a fear of actually being seen. Maybe it's a fear of being abandoned. But there's something in the energy right now that's disrupting your ability to actually follow this direction that has been implanted in you or has been part of you, right? And the approach to it, rather than getting caught up on these things, is to understand that life, first and foremost, at its core, is actually very playful. When I first started this channel, there was something that I used to say all the time, because it used to come out in the messages all the time. And that was that life is very simple. This whole thing, the world and everything is actually quite simple. We're the ones that make it difficult, right? People, we're the ones that make it difficult. We make it difficult because we embody these energies, these conflictual sort of energies that, they strive for control, they strive for safety, they strive for comfort, they strive for all these things that, which aren't negative in themselves, but they are a complication. What you're being asked here is to understand that this is just who you are, and that, this is something beautiful that you have to bring forward, and that this new direction that you go in, it brings you a step closer towards your own personal evolution and your highest version of yourself. All the other complications along the way, those are just kind of extra things. They're things that you may not necessarily need to worry about. Obviously, some things might impact you in a more serious way, like, for example, your ability to pay your bills, or your ability to have a social network that's part of your security, especially if relationships are important to you. But if you approach it with this spirit of play, you'll find that these energies naturally subside when we can become more playful about our life. Right? And some people are very threatened by that idea. They want to take everything seriously, and everything has to be serious. And that's not necessarily the energy that's appropriate for everyone. right? Some people are so serious about everything that that's why they're stuck. That's why they stay stuck. And so if you're the kind of person who you feel like you've been in this energy for a long time, which the other meaning of the Hangman is to be stuck. If you feel that you've been stuck for a long time and you're trying to work through these energies, allow yourself to kind of move away from this energy and to move into a spirit of play. Because being lighthearted with yourself, being lighthearted with your own identity, being lighthearted with your own direction, and allowing yourself to step into the knowledge of it's not a war, it's an experiment field. It's a laboratory. You're experimenting. You're literally trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work for you, and what new things you can create. It's an alchemy lab. And you can kind of move into this energy and experience life in a new way. I think that whatever it is that you've recently discovered is very important for you to follow. And so whoever's message this is, I'm going to leave this here. If this resonates with you, please hit that like button. Feel free to leave a comment. And until next time.